Ooh, there's berries on this bush. Dead berries. Spring is coming, and I'm in the woods. The entire world is still on lockdown and in quarantine for the coronavirus outbreak, but they are encouraging people that they need to go out and exercise, so you're allowed to go outdoors and go walking and hiking as long as you stick to places that are not heavily populated. Like, don't go walking around the town lake that everybody goes to, or don't go to the hiking trails that have the waterfall that everyone's going to. So I decided to try something I tried 2 years ago. I'm in the woods, as you can see, at the edge of where the summer camp I went to as a kid is. It's right over there, and I'm gonna try to go over to it. It's not abandoned, it's fully functional in the summer, but during the winter months, like now, it's closed down, obviously. And last time I tried, every time I went, there was somebody there doing maintenance on the camp. But since we're in a lockdown and maintaining a camp isn't an essential thing to do, I figure no one's gonna be there. So what I'm gonna do for this explore is I'm gonna go visit, or try to visit, my old summer camp that I went to when I was a kid, which will look abandoned, but it's not. And I'm obviously not gonna break into any locked buildings or anything like that. But what I am gonna do is I'm gonna roam around, and I'm going to try and give you little memories of certain spots around the camp that I have from when I went there. So yeah, not like I don't give you memories all the time of every single thing I find in an abandoned building. I'll be like, my mom had that wallpaper. Oh, my sister had that like dress. Oh, I had that toy. So this explore is gonna be me roaming around my old summer camp, which is temporarily abandoned for the summer and for the quarantine. And I'm gonna try to give you little memories of my time at that camp. Let's go. This intro was already way too long. Okay, so here it is. This is crazy. So like I said, I tried to do this about 2 years ago, but I only got about this far. So basically, I haven't been back here in over 30 years. And I've always wanted to see what it looks like now. And I wanted to see if there's any reminders of the past from when I went here. Because so far, it doesn't look like it used to. Like, I don't remember that cabin. But that's the tennis court over there. Let's go over there. There's like a totem pole that I don't remember. That wasn't there. That's pretty cool. Let's check out the totem pole. We used to have the Indian overnight, and they would tell us scary, probably racist, non-politically correct stories about Indian ghosts that would roam the camp at night, which they probably don't tell anymore. But we didn't have this sweet ass totem pole or these little structures made of branches. That's pretty cool. And I don't remember this A-frame shed. We were really gypped out of everything in the 80s, huh? Okay, so here's the tennis court. And this kind of looks the same. And yeah, this looks very much the same, except that wasn't there, obviously. And those weren't. The basketball hoops looked different, but this was the tennis court. And right here, I have my first memory. Okay, so this was a day camp, so you only went during the day. And every morning when we'd get dropped off, we'd meet here at this tennis court, and we'd get into our little groups and like just hang out before our counselor came and took us all to our cabins. So we'd all congregate here. And I remember being in this exact spot, give or take a foot or two, but I remember being in this corner of the tennis court when this kid And keep in mind, we were all like 9, 10, and 11 years old. And there was this kid who was about 10. And we're all standing right here. And he goes, yeah, so have you guys seen Friday the 13th? And we're all like, no, we're 10. We're not allowed to see that movie. And he's like, yeah, my brother took me to see it last night. And there was this scene where these two people, they were like fucking. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, there was these two people and they were like fucking. So they're laying there and they're fucking and they're on this bed and Jason comes up and he's got a machete and he's like this, and since they were fucking, they're on top of each other, and he takes a machete and wham, right through them, right through the two people that were fucking. And the whole time I'm standing right here like 9-year-old me, and I'm like, who is this kid? Like, who is this kid's parents? Why is he allowed to go see Friday the 13th? And like, how on earth, why is he gratuitously saying the word fucking over and over again? And how does he even know what that is? How do I know what that is? And I'll never forget that, obviously, because I still remember it, and it was right here. And I always think of that whenever I think of this camp. And another memory is I hated tennis, and whenever you'd hit a ball over the fence and it would go in those woods, no one wanted to go find it. So me and this other kid who hated tennis would always volunteer to be the two that would go out into the woods and find all the stray balls that went over the fence. And we'd stay out there in the woods and we'd be like, oh, we can't find it yet. Nope, haven't found it yet. And we'd just be playing in the woods and totally avoiding playing tennis. What is it, the penalty box? The tennis penalty box? Put that kid who saw Friday the 13th in the tennis penalty box for swearing, for gratuitous use of the F word. What else do we have? That's the ball field. I don't remember it being that close to the tennis court. Of course, when I was here, all the leaves were on the trees, so everything looked different. We'd play capture the flag over here and kickball. A lot of kickball. I don't remember anything being called Skunk Hollow. I don't remember cabins having names. We had our own names. We had to name our cabin every year, but I don't remember Skunk Hollow. Okay, what is up with these awesome cabins? When I was here, they looked like an 8-year-old built a clubhouse out of driftwood. And now they get little porches and pool table ball doorknobs. They get doorknobs made of billiard balls. Yeah, I'm jealous. This looks like Punky Brewster's fucking treehouse, with inspirational quotes on banners. What is that? Tribe of Sweet Chiba. Yeah, we got to name our cabin every year something different. We weren't stuck with a stupid name like that. Can we open it? Yes, we can. Oh my God. Look at the condition. Oh my God, there's a full-length mirror. Hello. Look at this. So even though this was a day camp, you would meet in your cabin every so often to discuss things and to regroup and to win little makeshift coffee can trophies. What is that? Oh, maybe they did get to name their own cabins, because when you named it, you got to make a sign that looked a lot like this: Chicken Feet, Tent 16. And there was always a contest who had the best name, the best sign, and the best song to go along with your cabin. And my group never won, ever. We were the Raiders, because my counselor liked the Raiders. Then we were the Silver Bullets. And then we were the Mean Green Machines because my council loved the Celtics. So we were the Mean Green Machines. We got stupid names, but I have to say Chicken Feet is pretty stupid as well. Oh, what is this? Here's their other sign. They were oh, this is, oh my God, hold on. Take two. Okay, we have another sign. The Gucci Gang. Wow. Oldest girls. Yeah, more like the most high maintenance girls. 1016 is high maintenance. It's a cool sign though. The flip flop. Okay. Moving on. We say goodbye to the Gucci girls over here at Sweet Chiba. As usual, I'm waiting for someone to be here and to scream at me as I'm going on and on with one of my stories. But I have another story because that tower has always been here. That is so funny. I don't remember these tires. That's pretty cool. And there was no jungle gym. But that tower has always been here because I remember one time we all had these little games. Like it was kind of like a camp-wide Olympic Games thing, only they weren't just sports. And we all had to make paper airplanes. And then we had to climb up there and fly them off the top of the tower to see who's went the farthest. And mine, of course, went floop and fell right down, did not fly even like 1 foot. But afterwards they gave out little awards, and I did get an award for the most unique looking paper airplane because mine was really weird looking. So I always remember that, getting the most unique paper airplane award and flying it off of that tower and coming in probably dead last, but first place for being unique. Oh, I'm like, that's kind of weird to have a jungle gym because that's kind of babyish, but I guess it's like an obstacle course. 20 jump squats, jumping jacks, push-ups. Yeah, everything is encouraging exercise around here. I don't know what this is. It looks like a pen for an animal with a kickball in it. But yeah, this tower, it's the same exact tower. It actually looks big even for me now. That must have been like the friggin' John Hancock Tower to me back then. It's pretty high. Of course, the ladder, there was a ladder there, but they probably take it away during the winter so people like me don't try to climb up there. I swear there used to be a hole there that we'd climb up, but maybe they just put the ladder there. I don't know. There's a Citgo sign. Oh my God, that is so funny. Like they made a Citgo sign, and there's a green monster and everything. There's batting cages, and they made it look like Fenway Park. That's so funny. And there was never houses right there. That's just wrong. We never had houses that close. I want to go see their little Fenway Park, but I don't want to be too out in the open. Look at this. Oh, here's another cabin. Keep door locked at all times. That's so funny. They have their own little Fenway Park with its own green monster and a Coke bottle. I'm going to not film over here anymore because there are people in the backyard of that house. But check this out. It's a pile of dead deer. Dead fake deer. Which apparently they use for archery. Because this is, I don't know if you can see it. It says archery rules. This is where they do archery, I think, back here. Yeah, it's the archery range. And we had archery back then, but we didn't shoot fake deer. That's a little insane for kids. We shot at regular targets. And the counselor would put a dollar bill on the bullseye. And if you hit the dollar bill, you got to keep it. I don't know what these kids get to keep for shooting fake deer. They probably get to keep traumatizing memories. It's the archery range. We didn't even have an archery range. We literally put the targets on this field, I remember. They just set up the targets for archery. I think they were faced that way, though. Oh my God, the zip line. This is where the zip line was. And it's still here. Oh my God, I want to play on the zip line so bad. Oh my God. We didn't have that little swing set thing, but the zip line, it's still here. I want to play on it so bad. But there's a truck over there. Why would anybody be here, though? I'm totally going on that zip line. Look at it. And there's a slide. This was never here. We just had a ladder. Oh, yeah, like it was this. And it was the same tree and everything. We had, yeah, that ladder. And there's the actual zip line. And I remember, okay, memory number 3. See right over there? Okay, so right here in that exact spot, I remember my parents had to pick me up late one day, so I had to wait around for them. So I waited over here because I could play on the zip line all I wanted without waiting for other people, because there was usually a line. So I had the zip line all to myself. So I put my bag down right there, and I started zip lining, and I was zip lining away waiting for my parents for like 15 minutes. And then when they came, somebody probably came to get me, and I ran off, got my parents' car, and went home. But I forgot my bag up against that tree. And I will never forget that, because inside my bag was a flashlight that would shine in 3 different colors, which was wicked cool to have in the 80s, and my Alvin and the Chipmunks beach towel. And somebody stole it, because the next day it wasn't in front of that tree. That tree wasn't there. Went to Lost and Found, wasn't there. Had the counselors ask around, nobody admitted it. Somebody stole my blue bag with my Alvin and the Chipmunks beach towel and my tri-colored flashlight. And as you can see, I'm not over it, because I remember everything about it, every little detail. It was right here. I am totally going on the zip line. And I'm going to set up the camera so all of you can see me going on the zip line. I think if I get caught, it'll be worth it. Okay. I'm going to set up the camera right here. And I'm going to go on that one right there. Okay. If I get caught, this is going to be so humiliating. Like, dude, we're supposed to be quarantined, and you're over at the camp playing on the zip line like a 9-year-old. Okay, so there are chickens in a pen right over there. So if there are chickens inside of a pen, then someone needs to feed those chickens, right? I had to do it again. I actually did it 3 times, because the second time I forgot to turn the camera on. Let's go. Ooh. There's one of the chickens. Why are there live chickens roaming around this camp in April? And it's cold April, not a warm April. I've been spotted by the chickens. Social distancing, you guys, hello. Back up, 6 feet apart. What are you looking for? Let's move away from here. This man-made pond right here has also always been at this camp. We used to go boating on it with little boats, and we'd also go frog hunting because there's frogs all in there, and they would all hang out on the edge of the pond. And one of the camp activities was frog hunting. Like after lunch, you could sign up for whatever activity you wanted. It was like, usually everything was structured, but after lunch you got to pick an activity from this list, and one of them was frog catching. And you just go around with these little nets and you would catch the frogs, and they would have contests like frog jumping and which one was the biggest and all that. Oh, here they come. What do you guys want? Maybe they're not being taken care of, because why are they roaming around? And they're looking at me like, feed us. Yeah, hi. I feel wicked bad. Cute. Unfortunately, I don't know where your caretaker is, but it's not me. I wish I had something. This one's like, oh my God, this guy's here to save us. I feel wicked bad. They think I'm supposed to be feeding them. Look. This is so sad. Anyway, back to the man-made pond where we used to catch bullfrogs. I can't ignore this. Oh my God, I feel wicked bad. Okay, let's try to move on. Shall we? I gotta find something to feed these chickens. Let's hide from the chickens inside of this man-made tent. Not much to say about this. We didn't make cool shit like this when I went here. We made like a boat out of popsicle sticks and horribly made paper airplanes that didn't fly 1 foot, but did win most unique. And now you'll never forget that. Okay, let's see what else is still around here. There was definitely more cabins than this. There was way more over there. We've only seen like 3. And I don't think this is actually... Oh yeah, it is. Oh, what are these people's group name? The Raining Men? What the fuck is that? The Raining Men? It's a terrible sign too. And then they're the Unlucky 13. That's cool. Savage Cabbage. It's 2016. I like the Unlucky 13. The Justice Trees. Oh my God. This must be younger campers in this cabin because the signs are very primitive looking. And look at the Raining Men. They're like making kissy faces. That one is too. We got some awards. Boat race champions. Rodents rule, solo Rocky sign. Week 2 skits. They got to do skits? What? My favorite thing? Jealous. I gotta tell you, this camp sucked when I went to it. This is a nice cabin, too. They got to be right in front of the zip line. They were probably first in line for the zip line every day. And all the other campers were mad at them. Oh my God, that's the little tent I was just in, and all the chickens are inside the tent. They probably think I left food there. Nobody's feeding these chickens. Nobody. Because they keep digging. They keep kicking up leaves trying to find food. Look at this. I come here for a fun explore, and now I have to feel guilty about starving chickens. Oh, this one has a carpet. Ooh, this one's huge. The flying squirrels. I like that one. That'd be awesome if I found one of my old camp signs, but they used to hang them in the main mess hall. They'd hang all the signs. The punks? How was that even allowed? What is that, supposed to be a Jason mask? The punks. Tent 17. Monstars. Sam and Julian. That's the counselors. Monstars. I get it. That's funny. Bush campers? That is dumb. No offense, 1013. The teleporters. Okay. And even the name is teleporting. The tele is disappearing, and the porters has teleported itself. You know what I mean. It's the teleporters. This should be the unlucky 13. This is cabin 13, right? 1013, 1013. And we have the Sousy Hunter. These names are terrible. They make the Raiders and the Mean Green Machines look like completely creative names. The Nuclear Gnomes. Okay, that one's creative. We had, back in 1984, one of the groups was the Ghostbusters, and the sign was the Ghostbusters. It had the red circle with the cross out with the ghost coming through it. And of course, their counselor made it with a jigsaw at the wood shop. These were actually made by the kids. Ours were not. The counselors totally made them. And what's with Pinocchio over here? Oh, we've got the Chuck Norrises. Oh my God, that's the best one. The Chuck Norrises. Well, it just says Chuck Norris. We got Christmas Pinocchio and Christmas Pluto for whatever reason. Because this camp is not open in December. And a skirt. Yeah, I don't want to get blamed for all the messed up shit in here. Okay. We say goodbye to the Nuclear Gnomes and the Punks and Chuck Norris. This camp looks a lot smaller. But then again, I was a lot smaller. It seemed like the walk from this field to that pond was a way greater distance than just that. Is this one open? Yep. Tent 15. Jimmy's Swamp Shack. One group called themselves You Jealous? Look at this. You jealous? No, I'm not jealous. And it's splattered in red paint, which is very reminiscent to blood. You jealous. That's my favorite name out of them all. Even better than Jimmy's Swamp Shack. And the dark staff of what? I don't even know what that says. Oh. I still don't know what it says. But that looks like Mr. Hanky the Christmas Pooh. The brains and the bronze. Okay. Ultimate LA Bros. This was the sports cabin every year. Ultimate LA Bros. Starting to feel less and less bad about the terrible names that my group had. The Silver Bullets was actually cool. And our sign was shaped like a silver bullet. And it had, the tip of it was silver. I love that tennis trophy. Frisbee golf. That's what that's for. Oh my God, just what I need in these troubling times. Is it antibacterial? Oh, push. Is there any in it? Ooh, there is. I found the secret hand sanitizing stash. It's lotion skin cleanser. But it doesn't say that it's antibacterial. I'm sure it is. Why would it be here? I don't know why I'm doing that. Oh, this isn't a cabin. It's for storage and it's locked at all times. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I'm gonna have to wipe it on my pants. Well, now my hands are all sticky because that was definitely just soap and not hand sanitizer, but it's better than nothing. I want to find more cabin names. Okay, there's a child's sock there and the matching sock there. Creepy. Yeah, nice try. Oh, wow. We've got Taco Town. Tent 10. Love it. The Turtle Swifts. And it's got Taylor Swift. Okay, I gotta move this. Ooh. Okay, that wasn't, I thought this, oh, forget it. I thought this was one unit and it's not. Hold on. The Turtle Swifts. Summer 2016. But I like Taco Town. The Bat Cats. Oh, I like the Munchkins. And it's tent 14.5, 2012. The Munchkins. Oh, Charlie's Angels, only they're robots. Codename, Campers with Sass. CWS, I love it. I love the Campers with Sass. The Evil Gummy Bears. That's a good one. The Florida Schmorida? But it says Florid. Yeah, it's supposed to be Florida Schmorida. Then there's the totally awesome, very handsome, insanely cool Mr. Fables group right here. There's their sign. It talks, it moves. Disturbing. Even more disturbing. What is that? wait. The Metal Straws. I thought that said the Metal Strauss. Straus, but it's the Metal Straw. Yeah. It's people's cursive. Everyone has different cursive, and it's annoying. The Metal Straws. Okay. Sassy Sushi. That's a hard name to say. Sassy Sushi. Sassy Sushi. Sassy Sushi. Say it 5 times fast. A lot of sass in this cabin. Sassy Sushi. Campers with sass. They like to make God's eyes, and they fail miserably at constructing them. There's another one. Go join your friend. I haven't checked out this little A-frame shed because I don't think it's a cabin. Oh, it's locked. No entrance to the A-frame. Oh my God, I wondered if this would still be here. This is where we used to gather for lunch. And that shed was not there. But wow, that looks so much smaller. I keep forgetting that people grow. Wow. When I think about this, in my memory bank, it was like the size of a stadium. And look at this. I remember thinking we were so high up when we were on those benches. And all the cool kids would sit up on the rocks. That is so funny. It looks so much smaller. It's probably the stage. Oh my God. Oh my God. I have to go. That's the mini golf course. It's still here. Oh my God. I don't want to go too close to the road in the main building though. I don't know if the owners live in the main building, but the mini golf course is still here. I gotta see it. So that white building right there used to be red, and that's where like the nurse's station is. And there's this big room that had all the signs. Like, you know how you saw all the signs in the cabins with the names of the groups? All the signs used to be hanging in there. And I always remember that one time, it rained. It poured rain after we got to camp. So they grouped us all in that building to watch a movie. And the movie was Tootsie. Like they rented Tootsie, which had just, it wasn't that old of a movie. It was probably just out on videotape. And all of us, a bunch of like 8 through 12-year-olds sat on the floor in that building and watched Tootsie. That's such a weird choice for a movie for campers that are little kids. Tootsie. Weird. Anyway, mini golf course. I gotta go see it. Okay, I have to make this super quick and super stealth in case anybody's there. Oh my God, it's literally the same mini golf course. And there's an office light on. Okay, there's the mini golf course. I got a hole-in-one it was over there. I don't think it's there anymore. It was the hardest hole, and I got a hole-in-one, and I was in the camp newsletter. And over there, I was standing there, and a kid swung back his club and clocked me in the forehead, and I had to go over there to the nurse's station. And my mother still tells that story, and she always says that I had a goose egg on my forehead. That's what she called it. So that's my story of the mini golf course, but it looked like there's an office light on in that building. So I'm going to slowly walk away. Oh look, they did Willy Wonka. I was in Willy Wonka. I was Mr. Beauregard. Not here though. Okay, so camera's crooked. I don't know if you can tell that. It's the only way I could set it up, but I think I'm done. That was it for my little tour of my childhood summer camp. I'm sitting in one of these structures made out of branches, sitting here with some more God's eyes. And I got some dream catchers above me, catching my dreams. And yeah, so that was that. This was my childhood summer camp from the 80s. And I think it changed way more than stayed the same, but as you could see, there was a couple things still around from the dark ages when I was little. So I hope you enjoyed this kind of different explore. It's all I could really do during this quarantine, so that's what you get. I have a whole list of awesome places I want to go after all this, but I couldn't have gone to them anyway because they're all places that I wanted it to be warm out and I wanted the leaves on the trees to shield me from being seen. So I think I'll hang this God's eye up on the roof and then I'm going to go. There. Okay. Goodbye for real.